Hi, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty
Well,
good.
that's good to hear. Um, well, firstly, I'd like to thank you for speaking with me today. My name is Tori Langdon. What's your name?
Pat.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. Before we start off, I just want to inform you that all the information you share with me today is kept confidential unless it's information that could lead to the endangerment of yourself or others. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, what brings you in today?
The court ordered it.
All righty. Could you elaborate on that, please?
So basically, like 8 months ago, my wife was sleeping with the history teacher. Um, and so I beat the crap out of him. And then I had to go to a psychiatric facility because they said I had bipolar disorder. Um, and so, yeah, I was just released and they said I have to get therapy. So I'm here.
All right. What is your general feeling about coming to therapy today?
I don't think I need it. I kind of deal with my own problems, you know. I look for the silver linings and everything. Like I'm positive. Uh, so I don't think I need it. I think it's unnecessary, but here I am.
I understand. Well, I because of that, I do thank you again for coming in today. I know it can be an unfamiliar experience. Um, well, to start this off, I believe it'd be a good start to learn more about you and understand how your past experiences have shaped you into the person you are today. Because we often find that past experiences have a great impact on who we are today. So to start this off, how old are you?
34 now, I think.
All right. Well, how would you describe your current situation? What's your kind of general attitude about life or an attitude that you maintain throughout the day?
Like I was saying, silver linings. I mean, I feel like if I find the silver linings, things are gonna get better. I'll, yeah, I'm looking for the positive things, and then when I have issues, I run, or I've been dancing lately. Um, but I feel like I can just work things off when I have a problem, you know?
That's good. That's good. Um, do you have any important relationships in your life, whether that be romantic relationships or family?
I mean, I'm married. We're on a break right now. I mean, I haven't talked to her in 8 months, but it's a loving relationship. We love each other. Um, but yeah, other than my wife, I live with my parents right now. I watch games with my dad, and I've been dancing with a friend lately because she has a dance competition. I really only do that because she's delivering letters to my wife for me, which the courts don't want me to do. So she's helping me out. I'm helping her out. Um, yeah, I have a one friend. I sometimes go to his house for dinner. That's about it.
Okay. Well, I hear that you. I feel like do you. Sorry. um, So from what you said, I see that you have some good friends that you feel like you can fall back to, and it seems like you have a good relationship with your parents. So you said since you said that you play games with your dad sometimes, do you guys spend a lot of quality time like that together often?
I mean, I don't feel particularly close to my friends, and also my dad. We watch games. We don't play games,
Or what?
so it's mostly us watching, and it's big because he's superstitious, and he thinks that I'm if I'm not there, then the team's gonna lose, and he's got a big he bets high. So um, yeah, he worries if I'm not there because he's worried that he'll lose money. So I feel like I may be more there because he needs me or needs me to help the team win. I guess we don't talk much though.
Do you feel like he enjoys having you around, even when you're not watching games together?
Maybe I guess so.
Okay, well that's good. Um, okay, so you um Well, what does a typical day look like for you? What do you like to do for fun?
Um, I run. That's yeah, I try to run every day to work off some energy and maybe tension.
Sorry, I there's just pounding on my ceiling. Okay. Anyways, um,
I dance with Tiffany because we're like getting ready for the competition, and then if there's a game, I watch it with my dad. Uh, that's pretty much my day. Try to keep things kind of scheduled.
yeah, that's good. That's good. It sounds like some relaxing activities to do. Um, so could you tell me more about where you're from and the kind of environment that you were in while growing up?
Yeah. So I'm from Collingswood, New Jersey. I always have been. Stayed here for a while. I just went to uh Boston. Okay, I don't know. I was just at I was away at a psychiatric facility. Um, so that's really all I've left New Jersey.
Okay. Um, okay. Do you have any kind of do you have any siblings? If so, what is your relationship like with them?
Yeah, I have a brother. We're I mean we're pretty close. Uh I think he has it all together, maybe I don't. You know? I'm definitely I'm more loving though. He not in a gushy way. I'm not like that. He's very he makes fun. Um he definitely has it all together and I don't, but he makes sure I know it too. Make sure I know it. Um but yeah, I'd say we were pretty close. Uh yeah.
So, because of the way that he acts towards you, do you often find yourself comparing yourself to him? Because I feel I'm sensing that you may sometimes because of your answer.
Maybe a little. Um yeah, I guess. I feel like I feel him comparing us more than I think about comparing us, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like it interferes with your relationship with him at all, or it's not anything very serious?
Not really. I'd do anything to protect my brother.
That's, that's really good to hear. But yeah, I understand that siblings can always butt heads sometimes, but in the end, um, okay. Well, as part of your experience growing up, how was your experience in school? Did you have any good friends? How do you feel like you performed in your classes? Things like that. If you overall enjoyed your experience.
I mean, I was good in school. Yeah. I I ended up going to college for education and was a teacher until I beat that guy up. But anyway, I yeah, I mean, I was never suspended or expelled or anything. I never had to be enrolled in special education. I did well. Most of my teachers liked me. I mean, I had minor disciplinary issues, probably early stuff from the bipolar of me being more irritable some days than others, and I could be set off sometimes. It's definitely I can get set off more easily now than I did then, but looking back, I definitely did then too. And some mom would get at me about that. But yeah, I mean, I went back to school as a teacher, so I connected well with school.
It's good. So it seems like you were a self-motivated child.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And you had mentioned that you feel like you have more trouble now having self-control when you get irritable like that. Could you elaborate on the change that you addressed and what kind of factors you might think contribute to it?
It's hard to say. I I mean the reason I'm here, the reason I had to go to Carroll is I really blew up when I found out my wife was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can see myself. I mean, I was recently at a game, um, and well, this is weird to say to you because in the movie it was the therapist, but my therapist recently, some asshole at a game was being racist, and so I ended up having to beat him up. So I definitely snapped them too. I've had a couple issues with cops lately of getting really mad in public. Like I got in a fight with Tiffany, and I got really mad. Um, so yeah, I guess I do get set off worse than normal. I feel like going to Carroll helped. Carroll being the psychiatric facility. Um, but yeah, I mean, I definitely can still get set off, and it's definitely worse than when I was a kid.
All right, thank you. Did you, this could be during grade school or the time after that, did you ever engage in any kind of substance abuse, whether it was with your friends, it could have been a social setting, or?
Nah, I don't like feeling blurry. And so, no, never really did. Never really want to. Even when I was prescribed medications, I try not to take them because I just don't feel clear in the head.
Do you think that's because you prefer to have a sense of control over yourself, and when you're on these kind of substances take away from that control, or is it more just because you don't want to get in trouble?
Yeah, probably that. I know it's not the trouble. It's I just like to, because I can control myself, I think. I guess maybe I've gotten into issues, but I feel like I can control myself. I feel like that power is in me, especially if I'm being positive. And so if I keep
Yeah.
chasing that, I don't know, I can fix myself. And so I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want to feel foggy and blurry because that's just not me.
No, that's understandable. I feel like a good amount of people don't like doing drugs for that reason, and definitely not a bad reason at all. Um,
Yeah.
so it seems like you have a lot of confidence in yourself and your ability to uh, maintain those kind of thoughts and urges. And even though you said that you feel like you have more trouble with it now, it's good. I see that you're acknowledging this change, and I'm sensing that this is something, even though I know that you came here for a court order, is this something that you're wanting to work on or that you plan on working on? Or do you think that it's not anything that needs to be worked on?
I I mean, to put it bluntly, I feel like I could deal with it myself. I don't want to be here. No offense to you, but yeah, I feel like I could. I mean, it's something I want to work on. Um, but I think I've been doing a good job on my own.
Yeah, there is no offense taken. um, okay. Um, so you said so. I know that with your court experience, that counts as legal trouble. Has there been any other kind of legal trouble that you've been involved in?
Kind of not major. I mean, recently, I guess I got a little heated with my parents, and a cop came over because of some noise complaints in the neighborhood. Um, like I said, I got in a fight with Tiffany in the street, and not physical, but the cop came by again. They seem to always be there just right when I get mad. But yeah, so minor stuff. Uh, but I haven't had any actual charges. I mean, I'm on kind of parole.
So were these times the argument with your parents and the argument with Tiffany? You believe the cops came because of noise mainly? Why was it so loud?
Well, I guess my dad and I were yelling at each other in the first one. Tiffany and I were yelling at each other in the second one. I guess maybe they come because of the noise complaint, but they come to me because they know or they think I'm an issue.
Mm-hmm.
They think I'm not going to get myself back under control. But yeah, it's always the noise that makes them notice, I guess.
Okay. Um, so work-wise, what were your work experiences like? What kind of jobs did you hold? Did you enjoy them?
I Sorry. Um, I I mean, I worked as a teacher for a while. That was my main job. Worked at Walmart as a teenager. Uh, that's all, really.
And you enjoyed being a teacher?
Yeah, I did.
What did you teach?
Um, High school, like English classes.
Have you always had an interest in English?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say. I enjoyed reading and stuff, so.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you could pursue something that you enjoy. Um, so it seems like you held this teaching job for a good amount of time. Was that the longest job that you've held?
4 years.
Oh.
Started in 2011, 2007. Had to leave in 2011.
How come?
Because the
Oh, because
teacher.
gotcha. Okay. Um, so what about your Walmart experience? Did you like that, and how come that ended?
I mean, that was just to pick up some money as a kid. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, that just, I went to college. So,
Okay. Alrighty. And then when this all happened, um, with the fight, uh, were you were you laid off when after that happened, or was it more of a suspension with your teaching job?
um, compassionate release, I think they called it.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so it doesn't seem like you've had any kind of work experience with the military, because I know that military experiences in particular can take a toll on people. So it's important to reflect on if you ever had any kind of experience there. No. All right. Um, all right. And because physical health is just as important as mental health is, it's important to take care of both and understand how they interact with each other. Do you have any medical history?
Um, I, like what?
Um, anything, any kind of condition that you had been diagnosed with, or any kind of hospitalization?
I was hospitalized after the fight, but I wasn't that badly hurt. I mean, I won that fight. But yeah, no, haven't had any big issues.
All right. So no kind of um, late development or any kind of um, conditions that you've experienced. Nothing like that.
No,
Okay. All right. Do you have a family history of can't talk mental illness?
I, I mean, my father has OCD, um, and if I'm guessing, he has a gambling addiction. I don't know what it takes to get diagnosed with that, but he's got it. Um, I guess that's it.
Do you feel like his OCD might have something to do with his superstition?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He really freaks out if I'm not at the game, um, and then I think he gets so crazed and aggressive because of his OCD.
Do you feel like that contributes to your irritability?
No, I think that's my own thing. Um, I mean, because I get mad at him for it, which I guess I shouldn't. But I still kind of know it's not his fault. I usually get mad at other stuff when he's like doing, not caring on purpose, you know?
Yeah. Well, you have complete validity behind getting upset and things like that. So I wouldn't beat yourself up for feeling that way. Um, all right. So besides bipolar disorder, have you had any previous diagnoses?
No.
Okay. Do you ever find, so I know you said that you find yourself feeling irritable sometimes. Do you also ever feel yourself feeling anxious or stressed at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've got maybe pretty consistent levels of anxiety. I get upset about some things. It's the stress that the extreme stress that gives me that will set me off when my irritability becomes aggression. That's usually in very high stress moments.
Okay. Um, so when you experience stressful situations like these, how do you approach it? Because the way it's coming across, it seems like maybe you have a certain way that you would like to approach it, but when it actually comes to that situation, it's different and you might approach it a different way. For example, if you face an argument with a loved one like you have before, how did you typically handle that situation?
What?
Like with like when you experience a stressful situation, how do you usually handle it? And you could use your past experiences, like your argument with your parents, for example. Like how did you handle that situation?
I mean, depends on the moment because the stress that builds up slowly, I'll go work out, I'll read, I'll dance with Tiffany. Um, but if it's in the moment, I react by, I mean, if I'm really mad at the person, I react by getting physically aggressive towards them. And if I'm mad at the moment or just whatever's happening, I can kind of be aggressive towards like the room, like throwing things on the ground.
Do you feel like you would be able to start taking those other strategies like reading or working out? Do you feel like you would be able to apply that when you feel even more stressed, or is that a goal that you have, or do you have any kind of goal when it comes to that?
Maybe, I mean, someone takes over in those moments. Like, I don't think I could just go on a run and fix it. Those ones are hard because it just happens very immediately. But yeah, I mean, I have a goal to be better. I want to be positive and get my wife back. I mean, get back to her. She has a restraining order right now, but that's just because they told her to. Um, yeah. So yeah, I want to get better for her.
That's good. Well, it sounds like you do have good ways of coping with that kind of stress because reading is a great way, working out is a great way, gets your endorphins pumping. So I'm glad that you are taking those precautions. Um, have you received any treatment for mental health in the past? And if so, what was your, well, I know that you said that you've been in the psych ward. So I guess if you could elaborate on your experiences there, because I remember you said that going to Carroll did help you a good bit. So if you could just elaborate on that and what kind of experiences you had.
I mean, I don't want to say it helped me. I just need them to know that I'm better, or
Okay.
that I'm not going to blow up uh, again, so I can get my wife back. But I mean, yeah, it was boring. I don't know what to say about it. It was weird. It was boring. I guess I don't even know if they helped me with it, but I think now I realize there that me being positive can bring some good. But yeah, no, I mean that's the only treatment I really had for mental health ever.
So I guess it was more helpful, not so much where you were, but just the fact that you got to be able to get away from everything for a little bit and just have some time to think to yourself.
I wouldn't say that. I'd rather have been in the same situation. I didn't want to be ripped away from my wife or my family. Um, I think just naturally I grew with time despite the bad situation.
Yeah, I understand that. Were you prescribed any medication while you were there or afterwards as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on lithium, Seroquel, Abilify. Again, I stopped those because I don't want to be foggy. They also called it bloating. I also did like trazodone and Clonopin briefly. Again, blurry. Didn't like it.
So you have an overall negative attitude towards all of those medications that you took.
Yeah, and all medications.
Do you feel like they helped at all or it was 100% just negative effects?
I feel like they took away what makes me myself, It's like I could be happier and I could feel zen, but I didn't have that many thoughts. It's like I felt like everything was numb. And so I guess if you're just trying to fix the symptoms, if you're trying to make me not blow up on people and make me a robot, then yeah, they worked. But I mean, it wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's definitely, I wouldn't want to feel not myself either. So I'm glad you were able to have some kind of control there and stop taking them. Or were you able to stop taking them when you wanted to? Or did you have some kind of pressure put on you to continue taking them?
I mean, ask my parents right now, and I'm still on bipolar medication, but uh, yeah, so there's definitely been pressure to take different medications. But I mean, I've always just felt like it's been my choice.
So you're not currently taking any medication.
No, but I am prescribed them.
Okay. Alrighty. Um, all right. Well, so it seems like uh, you have you have acknowledged that when you feel very irritable or angry, that sometimes you tend to respond um, in an unhealthy way. And see that you're not only acknowledging this, but looking for better ways to handle it. Um, and it seems like you've already been finding coping mechanisms with stuff like that, like reading or exercising. So just keep on doing that, and anything else that you find that feels comfortable. And then I also see that you've been missing your wife and that you've been trying to get back to her. Um, and and because you are feeling this way about your wife, I see that a big value of yours is finding silver linings and things, and that's a really good habit and attitude to have. Um, so I see that you're going to maintain that mindset, or at least try to. So that's really good to hear. And I think that's about it. I really appreciate you coming in today and opening up about everything, given all that's going on right now. And I appreciate you being honest about everything as well. So I hope that we can talk again soon. And I really appreciate you coming in today.
Thanks. Awesome.
All right. Okay. I'm going to stop recording.